Hello everyone, and welcome to this lecture where we're going to be discussing about questions you should ask after or during an interview. So usually after an interview, you'll be asked, so do you have any questions for me? They'll give you about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the company, as a period of time where you can ask them questions. And remember, you're interviewing the company just as much as they're interviewing you, and you should always have questions to ask after an interview. You can ask them during their interview if it's more conversational, but usually there's a set time to ask it after the interview. So the next lecture contains a huge list of questions for you sorted by category, but let's just discuss general concepts about asking these questions. So first we want to do is clarify your uncertainties. So your first step should be to ask anything about the position that hadn't been covered during an interview. Though don't ask questions that you should already know the answers just by looking at the job description or the company website. So type of questions would be, what's a typical day look like? How will I be trained? What are the performance expectations over a certain period of time? Stuff like that. After that, you're going to want to remove their doubts. So ask questions that will allow you to talk about any strengths or accomplishments that you didn't get to cover during the interview. And then once they answer, you can clarify or reiterate why you're a good match for the position. So questions like that are, what are the skills or experiences you're looking for in an ideal candidate? Something like, what types of skills is the team missing that you're looking to fill with a new hire, etc. Then, and this is really important, you want to uncover red flags. This can be tricky to do tactfully, but asking questions about turnover, culture, and growth opportunities during the interview process can really prevent unpleasant surprises down the road. And these type of questions are especially important for small startups. So you can ask these questions in the form such as, what is the company culture like? Can you tell me about the team I'll be working with? Where's the last person who held this job moving on to? So you just want to be careful and really get a sense of what the company's truly like, what company culture is like. And you can go ahead and check out the next lecture and the list there. And we have plenty of questions that address these sort of concerns. After that, you want to get a view of the future. So asking questions about the growth of the company and its employees is a good idea for two reasons. First, it gives a good perspective on what their values are and how you may or may not fit with a company. Secondly, asking about the future of a company and the opportunities there for your own growth shows that you're committed for the long haul and you're eager to learn. These type of questions can be, where do you see this company in the next few years? What training programs are available to your employees? And what are the opportunities for advancement? All right, and then you may want to build a relationship. So you can always fall back to asking the interview about himself or herself. Remember, don't get too personal and pay attention to how the interviewer is reacting to your questions. So these type of questions can be like, how long have you been with the company? What did you do before? Why did you choose this company? And what's your favorite part about working here? Sometimes, as far as red flags, some people ask, what's your least favorite part about working here? But really gauge their reaction to make sure it's an appropriate question to ask. All right, with that being done, as far as wrapping it up, at the end of the interview, don't forget to ask about next steps. So reiterate that you're interested in the position, and you want to ask, what are the next steps in your interview process, and is there anything else I can provide you with that would be helpful? So really wrap it up and close that deal. Okay, so look at the list in the next lecture and browse through the questions you may want to ask during an interview. You have plenty of resources there, and I encourage you to check them out. All right, thanks everyone, and I'll see you at the next lecture.